Hey, Trucked Up guys and gals, it's time to have a direct one-on-one chat with you about this channel, how it came about, the current state of things, the challenges I'm facing, and the bumps in the road in trying to overcome those challenges. It's been a great journey so far. I'm absolutely loving it, but things are changing, and I want to keep you informed about what's going on. As many of you know, about a year ago, my wife and I had to leave our acreage. We had to sell our place in the mountains and move to the city. Life changes, and we all have adversity in our lives that requires making course corrections, and that's what we did. To move, however, meant I had to give up the business I'd been building for years. My clients were all in the same location and weren't going to move with me. It was all physical outdoor work that I was doing, so it meant losing all my current income sources and starting all over again, or completely pivoting to something else. And I chose to pivot. Throughout my life, I've thrived in an environment of creation, whether that was music, writing, or arts. Unfortunately, all those things are typically very poor career paths from a monetary perspective. And I've always had to find a side gig to keep food on the table or a roof overhead. At certain times in my life, both of those were dangerously close to not happening. But the problem was those side gigs always became the main gig, and the art and the work that I loved was always pushed to the sidelines. Always. Now, as I rapidly approach the magic number of 60, I have to decide what is most important. It didn't matter. Whatever I did next was going to be a huge gamble because due to my own physical limitations, personal issues, I couldn't keep doing the outdoor work that my previous business required of me. Instead, I took an equally huge risk of focusing 100% on dedicating my time and resources to making a difference in the world, even on a very tiny scale, and embracing the work that I love doing. I love the process of making these videos. I love the process of a vertical learning curve. I celebrate my geekiness. I love doing goofy shit and working to advance a more sustainable future for transportation. Trucks were one of the last big holdouts in the EV space, and one that I was totally passionate about showcasing. So it was a perfect fit. It also allows me to be the crazy dumbass my family and friends have come to love or tolerate. But my hope is not to sit behind this desk and do only talking head videos. It's about getting out there and celebrating actual truck folk like you, doing actual truck things. Some of you have already seen me dabble in these types of videos, such as focusing on the world-renowned metal artist Peter Vogelaar and his amazing lightning story where he made the unfortunate decision to allow me to play with his arc welder. Or crossing this amazing country to meet with all of you while testing the limits of my F-150 Lightning. All of these adventures, however, they've all been gambles, and not all of them have worked out, let me tell you. Just before my Trucked Up adventure, I got terribly sick, and I had to postpone my Canada-wide Trucked Up coffee stop tour by 5 weeks. And that meant losing the one sponsor I'd lined up who would have covered many of my costs, and having to use motels rather than campsites once the weather turned and the campsites all closed. It was a costly venture, but one I don't regret for a single second. I'm very proud of those videos. But the challenge needs to continue to embark on those kind of journeys nevertheless. And that's where I hope I can still go. Sponsorship offers have come and gone for my tiny channel, and I'm really grateful that these companies saw the value in what I was doing and also the value of my tight community. However, all but 2 I turned down, even though it threatened the very survival of the channel, because I have to believe in what they're doing, the product they offer, or have a message I'm proud to deliver. One such sponsor is out there, but holding out until that happens is the biggest hurdle to keeping the dream alive. But what I wanted to share most with you today is what I have up my sleeve. A front row seat to the future I envision for Trucked Up EVs. My hope is to launch 2 new segments, in addition to what I'm already doing, to embark on some exciting new episodes featuring trucked up folk out in the field, in the wild, with their EV trucks doing amazing things one might not expect. The other is even more exciting, where I hope to rope in other pickup truck folk who think EV trucks are just outright stupid and get them to do their stuff in one anyway. These leads and episodes ideas will mostly come from you, from comments and contacts leading me to the stories about EV trucks and their applications that need to be told, and from you about that dude or dudette who would be so much fun to put behind the wheel of an EV truck and go do their thing, just to see their reaction and have them rate the EV truck experience as either trucked up or, up at the end of every episode. Thanks to viewer support, I already have my GoPro, my extra batteries, and even got my smartphone ND filter that helped me accomplish my Canada-wide Trucked Up coffee stop tour, as well as filming guests. I'm about to start a training course in drone videography and expand my abilities to produce even better content for you. But some of it, wasn't fully funded. It's partially funded from merchandise sales, super thanks, and Patreon support. The goal is to then add a drone and one more action camera to pull this new venture off so I'm able to film properly to showcase these individuals. You might be surprised to know that every single Trucked Up EV episode so far has been filmed on a smartphone because I can't afford a full digital camera. I know that's nuts. Okay, I'm an old fart too, and no, I don't have a nest egg. Unless that involves like a half carton of eggs in my fridge. Of course, I've heard it quite sought after commodity these days in America. But anyway, I'm nowhere near breaking even and keeping my head above water with the channel. So the next few months will decide what I can or can't do. And as far as support, I don't expect anything for free. You should get something in return. My new merchandise store, I've been working on it for weeks, is now live with a lot more designs and choice. I've made some big changes and I'm offering 25% off the whole kit and caboodle for the next 2 weeks just to start getting some fundraising going. And any donations through the heart-shaped thanks icon or sign-ups for my Patreon flat tire and coffee fund will be acknowledged throughout this campaign in the videos made during that period. I'm even going to hold a draw from those supporters where I will anthropomorphize. Yeah, that's a word. Go Google it. It's a doozy. All the new equipment I have, everything that's used in the shows, by giving them your names. In fact, I've already done it with current supporters. Put them in a hat, shook them up, and from this point forward, my phone ND filter will be referred to as Lionel. And my GoPro is now, I'd like to introduce you to Tara. Tara, my GoPro. So every time Tara comes out, I'm going to mention it to Tara, who brought us the GoPro. And even my battery pack will be lovingly called James. I'll also be releasing all upcoming videos to Patreon supporters first in advance of the public launch, with more benefits to come. Without you, this venture could never have happened in the first place. I'm only a few hundred subscribers away from reaching the 5,000 mark. That's magical. I can't believe we're there together. And not that far off from achieving over 500,000 views on this fledgling channel to date. We've come so far together, getting the word out about EV trucks. And I certainly don't want to slow down. But hey, what you're doing right now at this very moment is also enough. You're watching. And if you're like me and scrounging through the sofa cushions looking for loose change to buy more eggs, know that just by watching, you're making this channel stronger. You're helping me. So share the hell out of it. Discuss my antics around the water cooler. Is that even still a thing? God, I'm old. Anyway, thank you deeply for helping move my dream toward a reality and making Trucked Up EVs the channel to watch. As always, thanks for watching.